I want you guys to know that that bot has been here for who knows how long. And it has never worked, and all of a sudden it's in here. What the hell is going on? Anyway, hello, hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing good today. We're gonna go ahead and finish the event. It works, apparently. I didn't think so. I thought I was on vacation. You're welcome to. Whether or not I answer is a different thing. That's the question. Do I actually answer it? But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish it. If I remember correctly, we did EAST2 last time. There's also the EX stages, which I've started to do on my own. But I think I'm gonna do the rest. Bro, enjoy Silk Song. I know people have been waiting for so long. Have fun. I have a better question for you. Why do doctors eat organs in this scenario? What is the equivalent of like donuts and everything? Hobbit, hello! But yeah, they just drink water. They eat soup. That's the thing. They eat soup. But why are they eating organs? What is going on? Anyway. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I do have my spearmint tea. I know I'm a little dehydrated, so... Apparently doctors are eating organs. I don't know why. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm worried for Ablana. I'm worried it's gonna be one of those situations of... she doesn't live long. We'll see how it goes. You've been busy? In a good way or in a bad way? Anyway, let's get started. Oh, Reed's such a cutie. How far is County Hillcock? Far. My sister must have known. Oh no. You're welcome to share if you'd like, Gonzo. Only the luxurious and this band of idiots would consider this plan flawless. Then why are you still following me? Iblarna could absolutely die. Oh, believe me. If it were up to me, I'd be taking a nap in camp right now. Why didn't my sister stop me? I don't know. Maybe she has high hopes for you. No, that's impossible. She never looked at me like that. When I agreed to be her shadow, she... Please, Hermione. Tell her I don't want to do this. That you don't want to go to County Hillock? Mm-hmm. And if she's still in a good mood, could you also tell her that from now on, I'll... No, never mind. Fine. Can't hurt to pass it along, I suppose. Though it's not easy avoiding the luxurious eyes and ears. Thank you. You should go. Bye, Hermione! Before she gets bored. Look, everyone in this game could die. I'm trying to think of someone who can't die. And that's a harder question. Hermione did not return until after they arrived to County Hillock. She knew what they meant. That night, when cannons roar and crystals bloom, she lay on the streets of County Hillock, blood draining from her abdomen. She had not been afraid then. Instead, she felt relieved that she would die like any other person. The April Fool's guy? No, he could die too. But then she saw those purple flames on a tower not too far away. Is Hermione possessed by Ablana? That was when she felt afraid. Afraid the flames would overlook her and turn her into another puppet like those on the street. Emperor could absolutely die. I guess technically the Sui, because like they would return to their catalyst. Oh man. Okay, whoa! Gonzo, we're stopping right there. If you're talking about the tractor girl and getting inspiration from that, Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh God, no. If you do it, record it and make money off the internet, I guess. Afraid that the flames would find her and bring her back, forcing her to remain a shadow. She gazed into the fire, trying to find some hint of her future in it, but saw nothing but apathy. That which she feared most had finally happened. Holy shit. Have we had, like, one of Iblana's shadows in our ranks the entire time? No, there's no way, right? There's no way. Oh, fuck! The dead dragon lies on the ground. Behind the living dragon, the wayward wakeman suddenly understands it all. She deceived you. No, she didn't deceive anyone. She set this all up, knowing you would never allow the entire city to die with her. She baited you into piercing her vessel, freeing her from her bonds and allowing the purple fire to spread, bringing us all to ash on the eve of Samhain. Why would she take such a risk for a festival that she never cared about? I'm affected by purple flames too. I could feel the flames of death burning in my chest, colder than ever. So cold I'm growing number by the minute. It doesn't matter whether she's seeking domination over Altara, or she's simply gone mad and wants to stay to die with her. It's neither. Tara already belongs to her. She was very much lucid. Nemo's, is her body still there? I'll go check. Okay, as long as you're not doing the tractor thing, we're good. The wayward woke woman's brow furrowed. Perhaps she's never felt such malice in her life, and as such has never harbored such resolve. Her body is... The sound is burning drowns out her answer. Whatever she's trying to do, now Sarusi is not fully gone. The fire return ceremony can still go on. It must go on. I'm well aware. I'll inform the citizens of the wicked red dragon they worshipped is dead. What about Brigid? I've asked her to leave the city and find the Wakeman. And how are you going to tell people that Iblana is dead? With a coffin. That seems appropriate. Even coffins are short on supplies. But she's not a nameless nobody. She deserves one. I mean... Okay. Nemos, I kind of disagree with you there. In the end, if you're gonna say that she deserves a coffin, everyone does. Because we all are equal when it comes to death. Is something wrong? No. I'm simply realizing how ugly the path she walked is. A path that even now waves at me invitingly. And it's an invitation I have no choice but to accept. Go, Nemos. I'll buy you some time. You mean from the dark mist? Yes. If it wants to be part of the Samhain festivals, I will keep it at bay. I can hardly wait to ask the mist how to return the red dragon's flame to darkness. What is Iblana doing? I can hardly wait to ask the mist to return the red dragon's flame to darkness. How do you feel about that line? Now, the ending of the dragon and her reflection is clear enough. The rider stands up with a start. Who are you and what do you want? All I want is to finish the story that you would not. Didn't you say I was the type who looked to pierce together the truth? We've gotten so very close to it. This is enough. I'm leaving. If you won't tell me the ending yourself, I suppose it falls on me. Suddenly, someone opened their eyes, causing a surprised reflection to let go of her hand. The dragon fell into the fire burning bright, and the reflection hid back in the mirror. When the fire subsided, the dragon was gone, and the people were anxious, for they could not find their dragon. The reflection wanted to explain, find a way to bring the dragon back. Without the dragon, though, she could no longer leave the mirror. What do you think? You've been glancing over at those newspapers, but not everything reported is a fact. The writer looks towards the door. He tries to imagine himself running out of the tavern, but it's a preposterous position that he almost laughs out loud. If not everything reported is fact, then he finally knows who this woman is and why she is here. He also knows that there is no escape. But there's something else he realizes. Perhaps this is his chance to truly find the ending he had hoped for. No matter who she is, as long as the story continues, they are equals. He feels the spirit return. Okay, I don't care who you are or why you're here, but that's no way to tell a story. You haven't given it an ending. All you did was extend an endless story. But I have to know, did you really see a red dragon kill another? In the same sense that you saw the hero drag a giant metal skeleton to the square. A creative liberty, nothing more. And then take responsibility for it. So the dragon in the mirror accidentally caused her other self to burn to death in the fire. What's next? What do the people do? What about the dragon in the mirror? What about you? Don't you have any ideas of your own? For the first time in a long time, the writer takes out a fountain pen from his pocket, then grabs one of the playing cards on the table. He tries to write something, but the tip of the pen has dried out from disuse. I need time. But if it can be connected, then maybe. Connected? Let me guess. You're talking about the last story that you published? The writer pen scratches hard against the card. Finally, some ink oozes out of the tip. He's suddenly reminded of the word Seamus Williams. May death connect us with all legends. Seamus Williams is dead, but he himself might, if he would be so impertinent, have a chance to be connected with the legends he wrote. He tries to scribble the poem on the card. The pen leaves only a broken, illegible ink trails. Just maybe. Yes? The writer sits back on the chair, his back even straighter than before. He suddenly feels an urge, the same one he felt after hearing Seamus Williams' poem for the first time. The same feeling that had taken him down his wretched path, which seizes his chest and makes him want to sing, to yell, to create. You may have indeed solved a problem for me. As I said, what I've seen, what I believe, and what I've said are all contradict one another. Thanks to you, though, they're finally beginning to converge. How lovely for you. Now, are you ready to start telling the third story? Of course. Of course. But I'll need your help. You'll need to pick up the narrative whenever I get stuck. This is my story, but it's also yours. It has always been yours. With pleasure. The writer's reading is rapid. His face red. His fountain pen still refuses to write, so he throws it on the table. Yes, of course. Has he not seen enough of those things already? So what? I'm pretty sure it's been a blonde this entire time. I've suspected it since it said mysterious woman. Okay, so Arknights is not very good about the mystery blank usually. So I'm pretty sure a blonde is talking to him. And kind of getting the truth out there. But I'm not 100%. He's a writer. He will soon find the ending of his story. Holy, that was short. A short stream?
There was a mother who once ruled a kingdom until her crown and her family were taken by her foes. The mother had a powerful daughter, who then made a pact with the dark mist in the dark woods to drive out their foes. The daughter reclaimed the kingdom for her mother, returning the promised peace to the dark mist. The mother was to host a grand coronation for her daughter, but the daughter died mysteriously right before the event. Tremendous woe.
I'll read it in a second.
Engulfed the mother. Her zeal to avenge her daughter was so fierce that the entire kingdom was scorched by her vengeful fire. Until that fury disturbed the dark.
I still have to click the button.
Just returned to its rest in peace. The dark mist demanded that the mother cease, or she would be dragged into the darkness. But in her grief, the mother remained convinced that the dark mist was the one who had taken her daughter. A desperate battle was then inevitable. The mother determined to risk her life.
Okay. Not yet. It's only a matter of time. Enfield is when I become unemployed. Nemos, read. At the city gates, the nomad looks back at the citadel in the distance one last time. She resists the urge to turn tail and flee at the acrid burning smell. She knows what it signifies. She knows she should do as Nemo said, and leave the city to seek the Wake Man as quickly as possible, regardless of whether Left Shiny is successful. But despite the urgency in Nemo's voice, she did not sound like she believed things would take a turn for the better. Nor did she believe that Bridget could convince the Wakeman to come. I mean, you have to at least try. Bridget could smell the same burning smell coming from Nemo's. It reminded her of the obsessions that only the dead could have. God damn it, Tim is here! God damn it! I thought he was gone! Oh my god. Who are you waiting for? Death? Are you just waiting for it to pat you on the back so you have a nice little race together? Who is that? Oh, I forgot you could hear me. I can hear you. I can even sense your presence. But I can't see you. Leave the city, outsider. You're an outsider too, by the sound of it. Naturally, consider advice from one outsider to another. Live, Bridget. Nothing is more important than being alive. The city will be dead by sunrise tomorrow. Listen to Nemo's. Find her kinsman. Run as far as you can and never look back. You're right. I should go. But I will be back. Back? Stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary. You're gonna come back after she tried so hard to get you out of here? So you also think that it was an excuse to keep me safe? What else could it be? You really think you could sway those wood brains? Maybe if you waited for spring, one of the brains would sprout and they'd come with you to the dark woods. I don't like the way you talk, invisible brother. What did you call me? Brother. You have burnt stench, but other than that, you remind me of the nomads. No clue how you're related to us, but it feels right. Let's make a bet then, Bridget. A bet? On whether you'll be back tonight before Nasarasi is burned to the ground. I say it's impossible. That's not what you really want to bet on. Oh yeah? Then tell me what I'm really thinking. You just want to prove that you're right, that nothing is more important than being alive. You think I'll choose survival in the end. But whatever. You're on. Well, what are you waiting for then? Just doesn't feel fair. If you win, I'll live the rest of my life in regret. But if I win, doesn't really matter to a bystander like you. So how about this? If I win, you go back to where you came from. And where do you think I should go back to? No idea, but not here. This isn't your home. You sound like you've been betrayed by the city folk here before, but you still can't bring yourself to hurt them. You act like you want to see them reap what they sowed, but it didn't sound happy at all when you talked about the city burning to the ground. Honestly, you're the most struggling person I've ever met, and... Enough! Damn. Even... Yo! That art is amazing! Oh, I really like that art. I want to know what artist made it. I love, like, that there's two versions of her right there. I know! Tim looks badass in this! Very well. If you win, I'll return where I belong. Honestly, there's so many artworks here that are, like, wallpaper worthy. It's so good. Also, welcome in, Daskar. But just come back here to die won't cut it. What else you need me to do then? Deliver a message to those woodbrains outside the city. Tell them. It's been 600 years. Nobody's blaming you anymore. Go do your jobs. Oh, and one more thing. I, Ancient Executive, you stupid woodbrains. Oh, what? Pass that on, fools verbatim. Especially the filthier bits. Did you get all that? Do you need me to repeat myself? No. The elders sometimes speak that language. So, I understand it, more or less. Then go. What are you waiting for? Was all of that just so you could tell me this? Just get moving already. The golden-haired nomad takes a deep breath and runs away from the city. Her ancestor, whose figure she never saw, stands in place, unmoving. The stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary. Damn! Damn! That's so cool! Nemos turns to leave, while Luff Shiny looks towards the dark woods. The sun has set beneath the horizon. Curfew's about to begin. In the distance, she sees the dark mist spreading from the forest towards Nasarosi, thicker than ever. Man, Arknights has such pretty art. Made it in time. She raises her spear toward the mist outside, lighting a bright yellow spark in the city of purple. As though receiving some kind of message, the mist slowly rises until it is level with the flame at the tip of the spear. Yes, come here, where it's warm and bright, where there's still life. Yes, over here. What? You want to pretend I don't exist again? I won't let you. The light will never go out, not until true darkness falls. Attracted by the flame in her hand, yet unable to approach, the mist begins to float through the streets. Hunter, welcome in! I hope you're having a good day. Soon, it returns. Nyx, hello! I hope you're having a good day too. But this time, her flame can neither draw or repel it. Yo! Congratulations! There's a cacophony within the mist. She feels as though everything has gone dark all of a sudden. I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. The dark mist has come. Is this your answer? Yes, this is my answer. It is incomplete. It needs time. Time is your enemy, not your friend. We'll see about that. The deathly fires have not yet completely transformed the people into walking dead. They're still alive. There's still time to return the flames. And you're not going anywhere until Nemos awakens them. Ridiculous. Ridiculous? Maybe. Maybe my strength, my wisdom, and my arts are all so insignificant to you that it seems ridiculous. But I have my resolve. Nemos drags the coffin through the corridor. The red dragon's remains do not burn. They simply lie there quietly. What? Okay, so I know Iblana is in Rhodes Island right now, like after this. What the fuck is she doing? I love her, but what is she scheming? This is how death should be. But Nemo seems to hear an ethereal voice laughing in her ear. Without hesitation, the wayward awake woman lifts the limp body and tosses it into the coffin. She's just being silly. She's just a silly little guy. This coffin, Red Dragon, is your final resting place. It is where those like you belong. Damn, bitch. So where are you now? Are you still watching us from somewhere? With that twisted smile of yours? But this vessel, at least, is beyond your reach. Otherwise, you've burned me by ash by now. And the spear, which never left your side. How many times have you breathed your flames on it? How many others like Kalan have been your victims? That is true. It is a fairy tale of what happened. You got a point, Foes. I forget that. Technically, this is unreliable narrator stuff. Also, welcome in. You don't even know the answer, do you? With great effort, Nemos lifts the spear and thrusts it into the coffin. Flames from the tip engulf the coffin in an instant, spreading along the rope connected to Nemo's and merging with the purple fire on her. A deathly cold runs through Nemo's body, but she could hardly feel temperature at this point. You're mine now. No, she's mine! She's mine! I'll finish what Kalan started. Let's go. To those lowly, despicable places that suffered from the war you stole victory in. You will be seen by all. Your death will be seen by all. They will know that you're dead. That the proud and pursed red dragon is dead. Here lies Iblana Dublin, in this coffin covered in freezing flames. But what will they do then? I pray that your death will wake them up, of course, as Love Shiny hoped. That they'll know the era you represented is over. That Nassau Sea will escape this calamity. That Taro not need to celebrate its rebirth with the death of a city. But your fire must have got into my head, Dragon. Why is it that I suddenly feel like the other ending, where it all ends in destruction, isn't so bad? Someone else may have killed you, but this is my revenge. The coffin remains silent, and Nemos no longer speaks. Silent, delirious, and determined, she drags the burning coffin down the stairs, making a point to let it hit each step on the way down. Damn, that's petty! It sounds like the withered mockery of the dead. Okay, we might have to do the EX stages. These are super short. Okay. That was mega petty, though. Holy shit. I know! So, the reason why we stream it is because I too was a part skipper. And then I became literate. And now I read for all that EN that is illiterate. Oh, it's so bad. But man, Arknights has such a good story. We can't skip it, guys. We can't skip it. Shameless? I'm honest. That's what I am. I don't see you reading over here. Go ahead. I think there's a German one. Nemos drags the coffin out of the citadel. Not a single soul in the squares with the statue. Curfew's begun, but She drags the red dragon's coffin over as draconic flames burn with her own body. You read with your eyes, not with your mouth? Damn. Skill issue. Wherever she goes, the darkness retreats. When she moves on, it reoccupies the space. Kalan, I envy you. No one could have slept through you dragging the colossal statue, forcing them to come out and see what's going on. But what about me, Kalan? What am I supposed to do? Do I have to keep shouting the red dragon's dead as I walk down the street? She lifts her head to meet the statue's eyes, the violet flames dancing within its pupils do not answer. She recalls a song she had sung for the dead with the Wakeman all those years ago. Those from the city would have joined in. It's only for the first few lines. I hope you all remember the ancient ballads, Taurons. So, Red Dragon, which song should I sing to announce your death? Froggy, welcome in! That's a cute name. I really like that. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. How about the blasphemy at the Tim Finn's wake? Would you enjoy a funeral where people get into fights, splash whiskey on your corpse, and then you wake up after smelling the alcohol? Forget it. No one wants you coming back to life. She casually sings another song that pops into her mind. The black clouds stride the Martian vales. The cold wind shrieks through the mountains and hills. At the crack of dawn, I see a traveler who asks me the way to the golden field. The wayward Wokelman sings with a hoarse voice, dragging the burning coffin towards the inhabited part of the city she's familiar with. She stops at every house, making sure that the purple flames reflect in their windows, that Elegies is heard inside. The more she sings, the more intimately the flames envelop her body, overwhelming her sluggish senses and making every step feel like a torturous labor. But also lets her hear even the smallest snippet of speech from every window. Taran language classes, Kieran? That can't possibly be free, right? At that price, well, it's doable. As long as we cut down on the wine. Bloody hell, Karan. If I helped you more back then, could you have escaped the Victorians? Damn dark miss. If the red dragon won't drive it away, I'll do it myself. The black cloud shrouds the Martian vales. The cold wind shrieks through the mountain hills. At the crack of dawn, I see a traveler who asked me the way to the golden field. Who is that? Nemos? What's she up to singing in the middle of the night? Look, man, I can do many things. Sing is not one of them. Fake VTuber. And what that she's dragging that burns so bright? Darling, even if you want to help the Terran cause, surely you don't have to join the army? Fine. I'll wait for you to come home. For the day we win our victory. Finally some quiet. Go on and on about how your hands hurt, when your whole arm's already gone. It's not like screaming about it's gonna get you any medicine. If it was gonna be like this, I'd wish you'd never come home. Rather spend my whole life missing you. Damn, bitch! Holy shit! What's wrong with you, woman? I said to him, poor chap, even I don't know how far you have to go. But if you wish, I'll go with you for a bit towards the golden field. Isn't this a funeral song? Those purple flames. Who is it mourning? Could you imagine coming back from war, missing a limb? And like literally your wife is just there and just spits on you and be like, bitch, shut the fuck up or go die. What is wrong with her? Oh my god. What? The enemies have entered the woods and are right outside the city? I can't sit back and do nothing, Nemos. Where's the army recruiting? I'll take my weapons and go. Holy shit, Arson is quiet this entire time. Comes back just to be slightly racist. Sounds about right. Bro, what the hell is wrong with her? There's neither light nor any voice behind this window. Don't do that to me! Turn right and pass by the palace, cross the river of fine wine. I'll share a cup by the riverside before we return to the Golden Field Road. No! God damn it. First Kalan, now Theo? Miss Nemos, will you be moving in with Mr. Kalan after the war's over? Aw, I was hoping there'd be someone other than me to cook for him. Perhaps the most important thing to do before Her Highness returns is to repair the workshop door. I hope you find that golden field, and a home in flames you never yield. I'm sure you won't hesitate then, and complete your trip to the golden field. It's over. A wake woman on the brink of death. Who does she think she's gonna arouse with these songs? When she can't even wake herself up. But whatever happens, Bridget, oh, silly child of my distant bloodline, don't come back. The city isn't worth your life. Man, Tim has a heart! Nemos walks towards the last street she has yet to visit. She has been through practically the entire city and heard the simmering restlessness behind every door, but none of them have opened. The wayward woman gradually loses her grasp on her senses as her voice grows weaker. She has sung every song she knows, even the blasphemous Tim Finn's Wake, from start to finish. She has only one song left. She did not want to sing it, but she has no other choice. Behua, welcome in! I hope you're having a good day. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, calling to the mist of horror. I trod upon the road, heading off to war. Nemos. Emma! I almost couldn't recognize you. You're still... I'm not doing good, Nemos. I'll be dead soon. I just want to lie in bed and stop breathing. Her eye! Man! My joints hurt. My throat's burning. I've even seen people who aren't with us anymore. But I heard your song and saw the coffin. I'm on death's door already, so I figured why not come and see. Where is the dark mist? Maybe in the forest, maybe in the city, maybe right behind us. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care either. One question, Nemos. I need you to answer it before I can die in peace. Inside that coffin, is that truly our red dragon? Emma stands on her front porch, staggering, as if ready to collapse at any moment into a pile of kindling, to burn in despair and return to dust. I put her in the coffin myself. Why did she die? Who killed her? Who? Emma's feeble but angry voice echoes down the empty streets. Who? 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 The echoes linger. Nemos turns around to look. The streets are still empty, but she knows where the echoes are coming from. Behind every closed door is a pair of bloodshot eyes hidden away, just like the one on Emma's face. Nemo turns again to look towards the towering citadel, where nothing remains within. You guys still want revenge? That's right. As long as we can move. We can avenge the red dragon. Is she gonna blame it on herself? Nemo turns away in despair. She stops singing her songs and merely hauls the coffin step by step towards the square. Wait! Nemos! Wait! How many times was I myself missed? Iblana's dead! I killed her with my own hands! Her body lies in a coffin and is now dragging through the city. The people must know she is dead and return her violet flames so their bodies will no longer burn. Oh, Reed! No! It's a cult! Your sister started a cult! It's not that easy! Wishful thinking. She did not give those flames. She merely started the fire. Everything the red dragon promised will be lost because of you. When has she ever cared about honoring her promises? But if that's all that matters to you... Love Shiny retreats step by step until there's no room for her to move any further. Only then does a flame burst from her spear tip, melting coldly lit vegetation. Now the only red dragon stands before you. Whatever she's promised you, the only way you'll get it is through me. Do you hear the doors opening in the distance? You must have. Nemo's aside. The first resident to break curfew has already opened the door. So for their sake, as well as the hundreds more who will take the very same streets, you must remain here. Dude, Reed is so good. I also I like her summer skin. It's so good. I'm really glad she has two versions. Before my answer to Nasarasi's deem a failure. Before the people here are reduced to shambling corpses bent on tearing the dark mist apart. You have no right to take lives of anyone trespassing in the dark. Okay. I love Reed, but I disagree because Iblana will hurt me. And that's what I want. Reed's not gonna choke me. She'd be too nice. What arrogance. You call this arrogance? If Terra needs it, I can be far more arrogant than that. The red dragon speaks no more, and the flames of life burn brightly atop her spear. She steps forward, her back straight, no longer dodging the ice-cold branches, but allowing them to lace her body with bloodied scratches. Also, I just realized I have the guy dancing on me still. He has danced non-stop for a week. His legs are tired. The juxtaposition of the giant statue with two tiny figures make them seem like ghosts. But somehow, Nemus can still feel the presence of others besides Emma. In fact, they seem to be crowded the square, as if the whole city is here. They're all watching and listening, lit up by the strange purple glow from the Originum lamps. Bro, this is his afterlife. His heart stopped. He's gonna dance for all eternity. He's stuck like this forever. Every single time you guys put him on the Discord, you are torturing the little boy. No, it is more than a glow. Their bodies are burning purple. The one who killed the red dragon is Nemo's knows they haven't changed a bit. They're still waiting for her to utter a name that can curse and then destroy. Or maybe they'll even destroy themselves. Exactly, now you're getting it. Love Shiny? No one would believe there are actually 2 red dragons. Who else then? Who else could possibly kill the dragon who seemed to toy with life and death? Suicide. Before she can stop herself, she has a thought. Why not just say it was the Dark Mist? Or the Victorians? Revenge indeed. Let these lunatics dash into the mist and die in the Red Dragon's name. Let them fulfill their desire for vengeance. And let this Violet City die. It was born in disgrace. Let it die in madness. Yes, die. Let everyone who stayed perish, just like those who left and went to the dark mist. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, calling for the mist of horror. Nemo's turned to look to the colossal dragon sculpture and recalls that recent evening, awash with confusion and sorrow. What was he thinking? The man who dragged the statue into the square. What song was he singing in his heart? Was it the song they taught Theo when they rescued him? What feels like centuries ago? At this moment, the last bit of her sanity scratches the answers from the fiery clutches of her rage. The answer that had been fluttering around since the very beginning of the story. The answer to the red dragon, to the sisters, to the mirror and the reflection, and to the flames of life and death. Kalan, if it wasn't you to throw his life away protecting these people, the one who killed the red dragon is no other than the red dragon. It was herself. Yep. Yeah, I called it. I knew it. The woman before Nemo stares at her blankly, as if she did not hear her words. Straining her entire being, Nemo's yells at the whole city. The red dragon killed herself. She never intended to light the flames within your bodies, but she did not want you to burn into cinders, so she offered her life instead, to protect you from death. And yet, most of you exacted fruitless vengeance? Must you destroy everything she gave her life for? The city falls silent as purple flames flicker, leaving only dark mist lingering restlessly at the gates, as if waiting for its hesitant prey to step into its domain. You're saying she killed herself? So we wouldn't exact revenge? Then what do we do now? The onslaught of questions from the residents sends Nemo's head spinning. Bloodshot eyes that did not shut from the news of death instead ask her questions. Grinding teeth that did not relax from the news of death instead ask her questions. Clenched fists that did not open from the news of death instead ask her questions. Silence, tension, confusion. The revenge was rejected, overruled by the red dragon. So where should their sorrow go now? Niels, my unborn child. The red dragon. Someone tell me. Emma? If even revenge is out of my hands, then what else can I do? Live! A lot of them died so you could live in the... Okay. I have nothing else. The war took everything from me. How am I supposed to live on? Tell me, Niels. Tell me, Red Dragon. Anyone, just tell me quickly. How am I supposed to live on? Or should I go to you instead? Emma, no! Isn't this the only path left for me? Bro, they're beyond messed up. She let a child die because she's like, you know what? I had a miscarriage. Die, bitch. Like, come on. What is wrong with her? I stepped into the dark grays one more, calling to the mist of horror. Niels, is that you? Are you finally back? I trot up on the road, heading off to war. No pipes to sing, no battle's drums to roar. Only the bells behind, through drew and fogs their rings do soar. Stop singing! That song snatched Niels away from me. Why would you sing that song, Nomad? Emma seems lost to madness, until a soft voice sings the same tune, but with different lyrics. The night-blind laborers led by a wake woman as they slowly walk into the square. Again through the dark woods. I said stop singing that! Wait. Again? I may be presumptuous, but I tried writing a new verse to the song. 'Cause I don't want our brave loved ones to leave us, to never see us again, to be eternally lost in the mist, just as like we are. Again through the dark woods, parting through the mist of horror. Our gallants dearly departed, my heart so sad and sore. And so in the dreams I go, lighting bonfires in the wood, not to reunite, but to light the path you trod with fog and dew. Not to reunite, but to light the path you trod? A tear trickles from Emma's eyes, streaking across her sallow face. Return it. Return your flames, and the blessing of the red dragon. Return the flames? If I return this blessing, this fire back to her, would it light up their path? Return it, and the wandering departed will also return the flames and rest in peace. No, I don't want that. I just want to see him again. If you die as you are, you will only ever brush past each other in a fog, again and again. Then what should I do? Live on. Thanks, Moran! Holy shit! Finally someone with some brain cells around here! He chose to walk into the mist so you wouldn't need to be lost within as well. Return the fire to light his path, and then let the years pass. Let life begin anew. Let your hair is white, and he learns his wish was filled. Only then will you meet again. The woman buries her face in her hands as she kneels on the ground, tears streaming down her fingers. Moran hands her a candle. The candle flame turns purple the moment she takes it between sobs. The wakemen and refugees slowly sing their way through the city, like a tiny stream left behind a night of rain. It is by no means a clear stream, nor a turbulent one. It is a miserable, muddy trickle-down flowing down centuries of painful history, carrying dust and blood, about to run dry. But it is this murky bitterness that reveals the city's true self in the gloomy night. Are you talking about Nemos or Emma? Nights of falling asleep, gripping old photos. Mornings awakened by phantom pain from amputated limbs. Now empty houses fall to ruin, while those fortunate enough to return home were greeted only by orphan dolls scattered across dusty floors. Okay, I think you're talking about Emma. I think. Not this one, right? This is Nemo's. Not the short stack. The doors are opening? They are. People flood into the streets like a burst of the dam, pour into the square. Some leave their homes with candles in hand, while many more follow Emma's lead and take one from the wakeman. The flames still burn purple, but seem to have softened and bear a bit of warmth. Finally, finally. Place the red dragon's coffin at the statue's base, Nemos. It seems Nasarsi will witness the grand fire returning ceremony tonight. You should be the first, Nemos. Me? But this is her funeral, so are you sure? It is more than just hers, is it not? The wakewoman looks around, trying to pinpoint the shadow of a stranger. But even if the ghosts weren't trying to hide from her, she has no way of hearing the long overdue words of forgiveness from his mouth. There's Tim! Now we're even, Woodbrains. Nemos takes a candle from the wake woman and bows before burning the coffin beneath a dragon statue. Rest in peace. She deliberately neglects to mention the name of the departed. She places the candle before the coffin, no longer able to stop her tears from crashing into the flames. Violet fire instantly rises up into the sky, spreading from the coffin to the entire statue. The entire sculpture is set ablaze. Yo! That is so cool. I love that artwork. I love how small they look in comparison to her. Oh my god. The crowd place their candles down beside the statue and return the purple flames to the one who granted them their hue. Some are silent, and some call the red dragon's name, but many more chant the most precious thing they've lost in the war. Tears fall like rain. The suppressed, the promised, the twisted, the incited. Tears wash away the flickering hollow pageantry, revealing only the sorrow of lives crushed to bits. Crude, sharp, turbid, stuck in their throats. Only now does their sorrow manage to cry out. The rain of tear converged into a stream of songs, pulling around the statue as the raging blaze evaporates it all, till even the citadel behind the square is engulfed in flames. Damn. As I said, this is my answer. The mist does not reply, but after a long time, Left Shiny hears a deep sigh. You made this choice yourself. The dark mist dissipates like awakening from a dream, and Left Shiny sees the real black clouds above her. She heads towards the square. She goes to return the fire to the dead. She walks the whole way from the city gates to the square. Every living resident is gathered before the burning statue. The soaring purple flames have already taken over one side of the citadel. No one is able to approach, so Left Shiny gets all the space she could want. It should work from here too. You're right, artwork's so sick they had to show it twice. Niblana, may Terra never need your flames again. A small blossom of fire flies from Left Shiny's palm. She does not know if this conforms the funerary tradition. It is simply an act of instinct. The bright yellow flower flutters into a purple blaze. Left Shiny stands quiet, as the other fire returns have done. But the fire does not die out. The purple fire still lights up half the sky until everyone has returned their flames, though the original lamps in their waist remain ice-cold violet. Left Shiny finally realized at some point that the giant dragon, still aflame, has stopped right before her. She meets its eyes. Iblana's eyes. Still not giving up, Iblana? Very well then. I'll play along with you. One last time. Left Shiny's spear tip flares up as the giant dragon flaps its wings and charges towards her. Please give us an artwork of that! No! Why? Please, please! I need to see that visual! Oh my god, please give me that visual! It's important! Your Highness, the singer has just sent word that the elocutionist and the rest of them have taken Left Shiny. They're on their way to County Hillock. I see. He only sends news after troops left and the leader had already set out for Country Hillock. He seems to want to avoid offending the elocutionist and his group, but also to avoid accusations of concealing information. What should we do with him? Dublin has never needed him to be our eyes. No one is counting on him for this. My utmost apologies. I take full responsibility. I assumed they were heading towards County Hillcock on orders. Never imagined they'd dare to take Lufshiny. Strat, welcome in! Sorry, I'm not an Oshi. I'm just a little guy. Yeah, I think YouTube's mad at me for breaking my routine. But hopefully we get back to it. But they haven't gotten far. So we can still catch up if we set off now. Your Highness, I bring news from your sister. She hopes you can curb the Lucianus and his men from acting rashly and bring her back. She said that herself? That's right. I'll mobilize the troops at once. Hold on. We are on 8 right now. TLDR from which part? Well, I mean, like, after Eblana and Lufshiny have met in the Citadel, according to the story that the mysterious woman, which I'm pretty sure is Eblana, and the novelist are doing, Lufshiny puts a spear through her. Nemo takes her around town with the coffin burning. Everyone finally returns the flames and they realize like they should live. Lufshiny is being about to be chased down by the dragon statue who has come back to life, who's basically Eblana. And that's where the last one stopped. And now we're in a flashback. TLDR from the start of that's pretty much it. Yeah, because like we left off when Lufshiny put her spear through Eblana. Your Highness, we should stop them as soon as possible. Also, I don't want to go to County Hillock. Straight from the dragon's mouth. If that is truly her desire, then she ought to realize it with her own hands. It would be no difficult task for her flames. Has she not already sentenced quite a few to death in the name of the leader? Tell her this. If that is what she wants, she can do it herself. No, there's no need for even that. Your Highness, if I could be so bold, she is your... I love like the nervous look Hermione has. Like, oh! My sister? Oh. The giant dragon flaps its steel wings, stirring up flaming vortex. But Lufshiny does not waver. She stabs her spear firmly in its eye socket. Still unable to commit to killing me, Lufshiny. Gradually, the dragon's voice overlaps with Eblana's, and eventually its body becomes hers. The scenery around them changes swiftly, just like the night in the ruins with Labriach. Please, please, goddammit. No, they're not gonna do a custom art for that one. I just don't know. What exactly do you want? You deceived me and lied to so many. All for what? For the city to be buried alongside you? To become the next legendary King Gael? I never lied to you. And why should I believe you now? What exactly is Nasarasi to you? What about Tara? I've always believed that we share the same dream. So why do they seem completely different now? Or will dreams eventually become a card for you to play in your mad pursuit of power? One that you'll inevitably grow bored of, just like Lufshiny back in County Hillock. County Hillock? I saw no desire to return me in the eyes back then, only relief. Was I mistaken? Though I was truly sick of it back in County Hillock. With my flames, I can mold anything into the shape I want. Everything except for my reflection in the mirror. No matter how large a blaze I stroke, she wouldn't change one bit. Because you've never burned her directly. Because I've never burned you directly. I've only ever waited. I've always been waiting. Waiting for you to give me an answer. An answer? Oh shit! I was drinking tea! Oh shit! I want her to look at me like this. Oh my god. Oh my god. You see, I understand for some people, Reed is a superior sister, but that look alone is why Iblana has won me. Oh my god. Holy shit, woman. What about you, Love Shiny? What do you want? Yes. It's good that your blood and your upbringing have you carry yourself so high. But if you want for nothing, then what's our position and mine meant to leave by my side for you? Go on. This is your wish on a snowy night. I'll let you aspire as grand as you want. No! Bring her back! Ah! True. You never used your flames on me, but only because you had other tools more suited for the task. Fear, duty, guilt, sympathy? You've never asked me directly to change, but you've done so indirectly countless times. So all my attempts to guide you were useless, yet my apathy bore fruit? How terribly ironic. Whatever the case, you finally returned of your own will, ready to embrace a real life. That is enough. Conspiracies, lust for power, war? Is that what you call a real life? Is it not? Stories, poems, legends? Do you think those are enough to constitute a life worthy of you or I? I know. I've always been ashamed of myself. Even now I hate myself for not sharing your suffering. I was the only one who left, forcing you to shoulder it all on your own, letting them mold you into what you are now. No, Love Shiny. Recently, I've been wondering if you're just as arrogant as I am. The only difference is my arrogance is directed at the land, while yours is focused solely on me. What? Conspiracies, lust for power, war. Why do you assume those are what shaped me? They have never changed me. They simply happened to take on a form I was able to wield at ease, nothing more. The tiniest bit of power can decide whether one lives or dies. Even more power can decide the fates of armies. An overwhelming amount can decide the rise and fall of nations. But power comes to an end. The poets have always known this, and I think you do too. Am I wrong, Love Shiny? Death mocks all equally, preparing for a predestined end for those who crave power, ruthlessly snatching away everything they spent their whole lives chasing. So you knew your path would come to naught. Why did you still? Iblana backs away as the giant steel-forged dragon follows suit. Is it escaping? Or trying to hide? Love Shiny subconsciously erases her fire. But in that moment, bites down her lip and a blink increases her strength, pushing Iblana forward. Very good. At least you've learned the most fundamental thing required for a life without me. Cruelty? Determination. Woman! Stop standing like this! The only determination I have right now is to mating press you. Holy shit, please! Oh my god. If you've decided this is the path of your life, then step forward and never look back. You should be telling that to the people of Nassau Sea. Let me finish. Death mocks me all equally, yet I shall mock death. So bless me, dear sister, for I'm finally about to embark on a grand adventure. Look, man! Women are beautiful, okay? What can I say? Women are great! I know what I want in life, okay? Iblana retreats again and again, the smile on her face fainter than ever. The sensation of Love Shiny's arm of piercing through steel gradually lessens, till it feels as smooth as a stroke through a body, and then as hollow as running a spear through flame. Until an immense force, like a final flash of dying light, erupts from her spear tip, pulling Love Shiny towards the other side. I Ice-cold flames wrap around her body, and she suddenly realized that she now stands at the entrance of the Citadel, on Red Dragon Square, right in the middle of the fire turning right. Or perhaps the dragon skeleton is currently entangled with the merely returned to its original position, and took her chance to pull her, with her firm grip on her spear, into the core of the funeral flames. Do you still wish to get away from me, Love Shiny? No! It should be me! Oh my god, I want to be in her arms! I'd be the first to succumb to the flames. Not out of despair, but out of horny. Light shoots out from Love Shiny's spear, brighter than ever. In a flash, she feels a burning sensation as painful as her internal organs rupturing repeatedly. The fires of life burst and fade into the center of death, again and again, until her weapon can no longer stand her overlord arts and burst aflame as well. I'm okay with that. That is a wonderful end. Where's the wrong part in that? I'd let her kill me? The dragon's bones crash and collide with each other, like thousands of mouths singing their separate elegies. The flames slowly grow warmer as the blonde figure gradually fades. Love Shiny's lip quiver, itching to say words of farewell. In her heart, she scans every book she has read, yet is unable to recall an appropriate line. Before she dissipates, the blonde slowly cradles Love Shiny in an embrace. Farewell. Till death do us meet again. I hope you enjoy my parting gift. Parting gift? Damn. My wife is gone. My wife for this chapter is gone. The mourners in the square are completely oblivious to what is occurring within the flames. All they see is fire growing taller and stronger, now covering the pedestal, the coffin, the dragon sculpture, the citadel, yet continue to ascend. The flames distort the dragon's figure. They can no longer tell whether it's flapping its wings in flight, in a death match with some unseen foe, or crying out in anguish until its head runs through. Everyone is silent, trying to identify its posture in the firelight, but all is in vain. Until Bridget cries out in surprise. The fire has changed color! The fire changed color. A strong wind rises up from the grounds, turns the sky-searing purple flames into a maelstrom. At the bottom where the coffin lies arises a small but scorching sun. The entire deep purple vortex seems to light up, emitting a shining yellow from the bottom of the top. Everyone near the bonfire backs away. The flames only bear warmth, nearly burning them. The rising heat dissipates, evaporating even the steam of sorrow. Perhaps a miracle is about to occur. That is the only thought anyone's in mind. So wait, is she gonna basically come out and be like, a red dragon's basically reborn? Is that what the people are gonna think? In which case, Iblana, that's fucked up, man. A miracle. One I have no choice but to accept for Tara. No, don't read! God damn it! God damn it! Is this the parting gift you prepared for me, sister? Iblana is undeniably dead. She cannot answer. Love Shiny tries to recall their hug. Expectations met. A pinch of warmth. And cold calculation. What were the proportions of each in that embrace? Or maybe all of those things were inseparable to Iblana. You are right, Iblana. If this is your ultimate goal, if you insist on laying this blood-stained crown atop my head, then yes. Holy shit, she's doing it! She's doing it! Slan Avahil. Until death, we shan't meet again. Okay, cool ass art. But man, Ablana, that's so fucked up. The flaming vortex exhales and dissipates. The red dragon, the one who led the Terrans through their long night, steps forth from the statue's center towards the entirety of Nassauercy. Her expression is blurred by flame, yet her figure is solid as ever-persisting life on the land. One step, and then another. Her feet step over the coffin, still burning purple embers. And then you walk over your sister's coffin? Holy shit. Next, welcome in. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? There is no body within, only the familiar flame-spewing spear of the leader. The crowd holds their breath, and the square falls silent, as if they stand outside a hospital delivery room, or perhaps a cemetery if the last shovel of soil has been heaped into the grave. Oh my god, you're... Iblana's so fucked up. That's good. I'm glad, even if things are crazy, as long as it's a good way. Only dancing flames remain, without rest. I can forgive everything you've done to me, Iblana, but not this parting gift. Never. Yeah, I kinda don't blame you there. From past to present, your name will sink into oblivion, alongside countless names who built Terra. The only red dragon of Terra will be Luff Shiny Dublin. Okay, well that part... Okay. I have returned. The red dragon who led you in the fight against the Victoria. In the fight for independence and freedom. Hey! Don't say that about my wife! Luff Shiny Dublin is back from the abyss of death. I died to quench the flames upon you all, but the rain of tears you shed for me extinguished that fire, allowing me to return from the abyss. Luff Shiny, stop lying to them! Mr. Gray, welcome back! I hope you're having a good day. Look, man. She's just a little misunderstood, okay? She's a silly little guy. This time, though, I will not dive you to your deaths. Good job! I'm glad you got Iblana! I don't blame you. I was so happy with her. Our grand undertaking is complete. Never again will there be cause for countless Terrans to offer up their lives and leave us only ruins and wailing. I pray with all my heart that every Terran will be able to curb their own flame. Flames that come from slavery, from oppression, from humiliation, from sorrow that never died out. Not for thousands of years. I neither need nor expect you to forget. I only hope that you can do as our ancestors did, and let those flames become your lamp. A lamp that warms yourself, and then illuminates the path for us all, so we can truly laugh, sing, and live in our homeland. A bright yet gentle light. While the crowd is still mulling over her words, one of the Russians suddenly cries out in pain. Ugh! Why is the burn on my hand suddenly hurting? What? The colors of all your lamps. Even my own changed colors. Those are the lights the red dragon hopes you carry to warm yourselves. Purple fires belong only to the dead. Yet we unwillingly let our own flames be dyed its color through overwhelming death and loss. But we mistook the fire for a blessing and allowed ourselves to be dragged towards the abyss. If the red dragon had killed herself tonight, and we hadn't managed to return her flames, we could have been dead by now. Turned into walking corpses. To extinguish the flames of death in ourselves. You said that's why she killed herself? The sense of guilt that had crept up on Nemo's after the purple flames vanished leaves her unable to reply. She only nods slightly. Then, she feels a sudden chill in her face. It was a drop of water. Nemo lifts her head and looks in the distant sky. More look up as the damp raindrops pelt their faces, gently washing their tears away. It is raining. On Samhain Eve, the rain falls, heavier and heavier. But the crowd still remains in the square. They wish to thank the Red Dragon for returning their lives, for separating life from death. Dude, Bagpipe is just happy to plant potatoes. But the dragon tells everyone she'll remain here until everyone returns homes to rest. So the people gradually disperse. Eventually even the Wakemen and refugees bid goodbye to the dragon. They worry that some of the dead, who have not returned their fire yet, will gather around the ruins. Although that worry is unfounded. By the time the sun rises, no longer will there be any wandering dead in Tarn soil. And Miss sobs. Nemo's bids goodbye to the dragon as well. The next day, she will wake up early to collect bricks from all over town to make a new door for Kalon's workshop. The huge square empties out, leaving only a red dragon and a nomad. The bad guys have won! It's okay, it's okay. Conflict is over. Where are you off to next, Bridget? Not sure there's anywhere to go, really. All I've ever done is pass on messages or report oncoming catastrophes. I think they'll replace my job, though. What are they called again? Catastrophe messengers? They've been less and less of us nomads anyhow, so I guess I'm glad somebody carried the work, at least. You should try contacting Rhodes Island. What's that? A pharmaceutical company. They're good people. You have to look for their headquarters. It's a land ship. By the way, really quickly. So, this is all in like Mysterious Woman's story. So in the middle of this entire book that the writer's making, there's just an advertisement for Rhodes Island. And that's hilarious to me. Oh my god, free advertising. You'll have to look for their headquarters. It's the land ship. I'll write them a letter tomorrow. I was hoping that you could deliver it for me. I think you'll like the place. But for tonight, you ought to rest inside the fort. I can't have you sleeping in the tent with all this rain. You got a point, Strap, my bad. Yeah, casually promoting it. Let's head to the Citadel gates first. The two of them slowly make their way towards the Citadel. The downpour continues, and the fire in the sculptures nearly extinguish. Only a faint flame of indistinct color flickers in the dragon's eye sockets. They suddenly hear a voice from behind. Stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary, I'm telling you. How could someone forget their own bet? Is there someone still in the square? It's an invisible brother of mine. He made a bet with me. Invisible? Don't turn around, Love Shiny. He's a wee bit awkward, that one. Not a fan of being seen, I'm sure. Damn. Looking at the flickering flame in the dragon's eyes, Labarak recalls a time centuries past, when Elid so was a lad with a crackling voice, while his own beard had just started to sprout. Tim's leaving! He got fired! He's gone now! Margaret, the exquisite, was promoting everything Victorian in the royal capital, and also even banned a favorite custom of Tehran commoners, placing bets. That's actually kind of cute, how he's... Victoria's rule is ending with a bet. That day, Lapriach had exploded in an argument with his mother, with an unprecedented level of rage. Afterwards, his mother ordered him to fast and reflect, but Ali sneaked him into his brother's bedroom with a big piece of steak for him. The brothers blew out every light in the room, and merrily gorged themselves, even licking their fingers clean. Enough stubbornness. Soon everyone in the capital will be Victorian. Elias. All I'm gonna say is I haven't heard from him in a while. Not that I keep contact, but we can't be 100% sure. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys heard the stories. We have no idea. Like, you know, fuck, I'm gonna say Tim. Tim stroked his still soft beard and merely shook his head. He asked, why not make a bet with me? Once Mother's gone, not a soul will willingly continue pretending they're Victorian. You got a point, Punchy! Fine, Eileen replied. The old brother burst into laughter. What's on the table then? Wouldn't make a good wager. Why not the crown? If you win, I'll never step foot in this palace for the rest of my life. No, I'll wager anything but that. Alil had refused. It was I who insisted having it my way, half as a joke, and half hungry for a gamble. I nearly put him in tears, didn't I? Yes, yes. Because Ali was the type to give in. He definitely agreed. And so, in the end, he said, all right, if you go, then never come back. Afterwards, I ended up leaving the palace, wandering for years as Ali spent that time unhappy in the capital. I heard that after losing half of his men in court, Ali tried to control by not even Victorians, but Terran nobles speaking Victorian accents. Damn. You lost, Lebedeak. No matter how homesick you are, you spent far too long on his family visit. Not to mention, you're just a pathetic shadow cast by firelight. Man, you have your own road to walk. No more breaking promises. Right, just like that. Take the purple fire from the stab wound of your chest. And return it to the dragon who walked the same path you did. The Exile King's face twists from pain, but nevertheless he extends his arm bit by bit towards the eye of the skeleton. Let's see, Alid. Is this your blades? Can phantoms also feel pain? Can they shed tears of anguish? Or is it merely the rain dripping through him as his body fades to nothingness? He can no longer tell. I need to make something where I'm just slapping a sinner, because every single time I do a fake cough and someone says, you okay? The temptation's so strong. Or perhaps the flame of your good descendant here. Labrirash. I cannot say his name. Love Shiny snaps around, but there's no sign of anyone in the square. Only the purple fire in the red dragon's eye. It flares up for a split second, before the rain extinguishes it completely. Ah, Anubis! Yes, we are hydrated, or at least I'm hydrated and stretched. I hope you're having a good day. My tea is almost gone, but that's okay. We have only one left. Yes, final one! You're vibing? Good! Just before the mother engaged in a dark mist, the wake man in the woods came to remind her that she had yet to do which was most important. Hold a proper funeral for her daughter. The mother had intended to fight the dark mist to the death, but the tears began to stream down her face when the wakemen sang their ancient song, and she chose to follow tradition and hold a wake for her daughter. We have the co-op. I've been playing the co-op. We also have the EX stages. All through the night she cried the purple bonfire representing her daughter's soul. The downpour of tears quenched the fire burning through the city, nearly extinguishing the purple funeral fire. When the wakeman once again asked the mother if she would still fight the dark mist death, She gazed upon the smoldering bonfire with tears on her face, saying, I cannot abandon my kingdom's people. Why did I think that that's stupid meme? Oh my god. It's just gonna be, I'm arcing it, guys. I'm arcing it. Oh no. Oh, I'm brain rotted for sure. It's so over for me. Iblana needs to put me down next. As she said those words, the feeble purple flame suddenly turned bright yellow. Her daughter rose from death and walked out of the flames, and mother and daughter embraced each other. So ends the story. Not in fragments, but a true ending. Congratulations. We've pierced together the truth. And what a happy ending. This is all thanks to you. Come, let us toast, and then I'll write this down and publish it for... Well, publishing may be a challenge, but now that's complete. The funeral, the bonfire, the resurrection. You saw everything. I never expected you to find the courage to return to Nasadosi. Singer? Oh! And it was a lovely ending, wasn't it? Iblana departed with the dead, never to return. As for you, your highness, Love... Oh! It wasn't Iblana, it was Love Shiny! I dedicate the story to you. Whether to publish it, seal it away, have it fade into obscurity along with the remnants of Dublin like me, it's all up to you. Oh, never mind. I was right. I was right. That's not Love Shiny. That's my wife. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, one guy. I hope you feel better. How wonderful. I almost regret allowing you to belittle yourself with the title of the singer. You. Wait, what? I can smell her pheromones. I was Rabbit the second mysterious woman appeared. I know where I'm looking. You're not Love Shiny. You're Iblana? Fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god! Okay. Whoever made this artwork and the other one knew exactly what they were doing. Oh my god! Guys, I've peaked. I'm marking it. Oh god, so stupid. Oh my god! The one singer swings his arm furiously, spilling his drink on the table. You're dead. You can't be alive. You were killed twice. Once by a spear, once by fire. You shouldn't be here. Or am I dead? This isn't funny. You're dead, Red Dragon. Go back to where you belong. I see. That's it. It was all a lie. You never died. You killed Love Shiny instead. It was a trick, an illusion. If so, what becomes of your story? Joshua, welcome in! My story? Have you calmed down? You shouldn't be alive, no! Her death ever been an eternal sleep for me? What I could do with life, I can do with death. As a reward for completing the story, writer, let me tell you one thing. All that matters is fire. The purple fire. The purple fire from your story. It may seem ethereal, but it is no fiction. It is true that over a long course of the war, I shared too much of my flame with others and became weak, feeble. But fire spreads, fire consumes, fire grows. After the battle of Naxos on the Gastrel, I need to take back the flames I'd given away, which had been growing on the plains, in the ruins, in the hearts of people. You wanted it repaid, with interest. Taxation is the most basic authority of a monarch. Mundane kings collect blood taxes to nurture the armies, to fight over the land and people that will last mere centuries at most. I collect blood taxes to pave a road between life and death with the red dragon's flame, so all those caught in between will look up to me. Woman, I'll look up, don't worry. Holy shit, knees and everything. The ravings of a madwoman. No doubt it sounds that way to you. For you cannot fathom what happens when death to consume a nation is returned to its master. 1,000 years of anger, sorrow, and hatred converge on me all at once. Did you think that they'd let my flesh and spirit fade away so easily? A slave to hatred. What a fitting end for you. Have you already forgotten what I said in your story? Everyone and everything that they thought had made me moldy, that they could mold me, just happened to take on a form I was able to wield with ease. Were I truly their slave, you had been ash the moment I saw you. You lunatic! That's why you allow Wellington to station his troops in dark woods, to blockade the city, even continue the curfew. You never intended to spare Nasarosi. Iblana can do whatever the fuck she wants to me. Her flames are not needed. I'm already under her control. I thank you for finally being willing to shed a light on the pleasant truth of the dark mist in Wellington. Does the Battle of Silver Rock Bluffs, which you witnessed from the deck of Gastrel, still haunt you in your alcohol-fueled dreams? It never left you, has it? Why else would you be so obsessed with depicting the mist dangling above people's head, yet so loath to define it? The curfew was justified at first. There were still a few Victorian spies in SRC at the time, indeed. The Duke of Wellington stepped up the blockade when Love Shiny entered the city, because he wanted to smother any possibility of news leaking of the two red dragons. And the food that disappeared and came back on its own. The Brigadier was more than your most trustful lieutenant. He was also Captain Wellington's Red Steel Guard. When he went to ask for supplies, Wellington acquiesced. Hey, good job, Joshua. I still need to do some of the EX stages. I started doing them right before stream, but then I was like, wait. I need to get ready to stream. Wellington simply became disappointed in Love Shiny when she left Nassau to seek the Wakeman. That's all. You should thank her, really. You never skipped the woods if Wellington hadn't relaxed the blockade out of disappointment. As for the victory party you were so afraid to describe, don't tell me you really glorified it into a fairy tale in your memories. Oh, is that so? Of course not. What happened to the Dubliners who weren't willing to give up their power? The ones who took away on pretext. They were swallowed by the dark mist, as you put it. Quite literally. But Love Shiny still managed to make up her mind and killed you. And Wellington didn't follow your ridiculous orders. Suppose I believe that your burning purple fire left you a vessel. What do you plan to do with it? Lead an army of dead to retake Tara? I won't help you. No living soul will. You and your dead friends can go straight to hell. Welcome in, Ren. Indeed, you were never suited to be Dublin's singer. You cling to what you see and believe. When those two can no longer be reconciled, you chose self-destruction rather than give up on either. But do you really imagine that everything has gone the way you think? No, she joined Rhode Island, and I will let her do whatever I want. You see, the real reason why there's all these war criminals in Rhode Island is because I'm down horrendous. A letter, Your Grace. You may enter. Is it urgent? Nah, this isn't it. Bro, whoever gave you that, whoever designed that, should be put down. Yes! In order to win the war, or whatever that means. Put down, yes! Execution! That's a crime against humanity. It's awful, right? No, ma'am. Ah, it's this bitch again. But look at the seal. It corresponds to no emblem on record for the past 50 years. I'd say both, but then, you know what? Iron Bull. Or Brazen Bull. Is that what it's called? The Brazen Bull? That's how we do it. Tara? The Duke of Castor scrutinized what the servant is holding. On the edge of the envelope is an emblem excavated from the dusk of history. The young have never seen it, while the old have forgotten it. Only those forced to keep an eye on history remember its source. We're uncertain whether it's the mark of Tara or of King Gael. Yes! It's so bad! I never took you for a scholar of heraldry. Heraldry. Oh my god, I'm losing my ability to talk as we keep going. That was not my intention. It is enough that we know what it signifies. To the Duke of Castor. Open it and read aloud. Not too quickly. Yes, ma'am. There is no greeting. Your previous letter was received. The response was delayed as the time was not yet ripe. Now it is. From this day forth, martial law is hereby lifted on Nassau Sea and the surrounding lands south of the Grey Hills. Extra, extra! Read all about it! Martial law to be lifted at midnight across all of Tara. Publishing restricted lifting. The art community rejoices. Read more on page 2. Finally, now we can call this a proper tavern. Hear, hear. With the curfew lifted, you can drink all through the night. Besides, it's my birthday. Drinks around the house. Really? You sure about this? There's enough people in the city to drink you out of house and home. Worry about yourself. Look at you, rich boy, leaving your lamp in the middle of the day. I was so busy, I forgot. It's been warm lately, so it's been renovating. Thought I'd take the day off. Guess I really have been too busy. So how about another beer? I've got to get this fatigue out of my system. Here you go. On the other hand, I was almost more afraid of not being tired. Being tired is how I know I'm still breathing. Oh, that's not quite it. How should I put this? Living. Yes, living. You too, ma'am. Here's one for you. Oh, it's you, Emma. This is, really quick. Punchy, was this the one that you didn't feel sorry for? Emma? Ooh, I hope you get better, Ren. Good luck. And be safe with the surgery. I'm sorry. I've got to get going. Yeah, no, fuck Emma. I have to do your time on the AG plate? Yeah. No idea how you managed to smuggle all that food out last year. But I hear you've been paying off with honest work over there. So no need to be shy now. Have one on me. Thank you. To living. To Tara. To... Emma holds the cup with one hand and puts together the other in her pocket, clutching the necklace she reclaimed last winter. Those words said to her when it was returned to come out of her mouth almost by instinct. To all our countrymen who gave their lives for Tara. You're really leaving, Bridget? Yeah, the bird and beasts are calling for me from their pastures. Besides, still haven't been to this Rhodes Island that Love Shiny wanted me to see. Want to come with? Yeah, you have. You were there like 4 nodes ago. Her husband lover died. she had a miscarriage from all the stress and like everything that the war and curfew put her through. And when she saw a kid who was from the nation of the enemy that had been injured, she let him die out of spite. So fuck Emma. Maybe if I have the chance. It's just sad to think that you're the one who brought us to Nassau Sea, but can't stay yourself. It's not that I couldn't. I just chose not to. Like your own chose to stay. Say hi to the Wakemen for me, if they come back to the city. Is that your intuition again? It's not always right, but I don't smell that burning stink anymore. It smells like fresh buds in the spring, dew in the morning. Hello, Brigadier. You two know each other? You could say that. What are you doing here? I don't recall anything happening which the Red Steel Guard would need to be deployed for. To be fair, she was being corrupted by the flames of death. Yeah, I don't know. It pissed me off because, like, at the end of the day, this kid was on their side. And they run him over and let him die. I'm on leave. I came to honor the memory of my comrades. Scoundrels, to be sure, but they fought by my side. If you're looking to take revenge for those who died during your exile, this is your chance. A brawl with a soldier on leave wouldn't be considered an attack on the military. That's right, Strat! That's right! We celebrate miscarriages in this game. It wasn't you who killed Salmona and the others. Not directly. Exactly, Punchy. I understand why she did it, but I don't accept it. I remember what you did. That's enough for me. I see. What more can anyone ask for then, than to be remembered? Beltane, also known as the Festival of Fire, scheduled to be revived in the coming days. 1 second, I dropped something, guys. Okay, I got it. The fire passing ritual will start in the Oak Grove County. You're not fully wrong. I don't think it's fully cyberpunk though. No, it's not cyberpunk. I dropped my Labubu. The one and only 24k golden Labubu. Oh, God. I just can't. Oh, my God. You're awfully quiet. Are you nervous? No. It just struck me that we managed to turn what you see into books into reality. The last day of spring, we extinguish the flames in our homes, then come together and relight them in Beltane, in the smoke of the bonfire drifting in ash. We welcome the coming of a new season, of a new life. Your Highness Love Shiny, the lighting ceremony will begin in a few minutes. Alright, thank you. Maybe I've waited too long for this. I feel no realer than a dream. I want to sing, Nemos, but you already sung me back in Nassau Sea. So this time, the flames in my hand will do the singing. One more thing, Your Highness. About Her Highness Ablana. Your Highness, it's time! Sorry, Nemos. We can speak after the ritual. The Draco steps forward. A stone platform, sculptured in the style of the ruin, serves as her lectern. She lights the bonfire upon it and turns around. And from the square below her, many faces gaze up with bated breath. She takes a deep breath. 1,000 years ago, the Drakers of Victoria invaded Terra, creating the title of King Gael as the epithet of shame, robbing the nomadic Terrans of their freedom. 600 years ago, the reigning King Gael had no choice but to allow the Victorians to remake the capital in their own image. 200 years ago, the Island seized the crown of Victoria, but once again they trampled the dreams of Terrans beneath their feet, such that even our language was almost lost to us. Now, Terra stands on her own. I do find it funny that in Rhodes Island you have both Love Shiny as well as Vina. I just like to picture they just spit on the ground as they pass each other, angry. I recite this history of shame, not to fan the flames of hatred, but in defense of peace. Panda, welcome in! I hope you're having a good day. Sing the songs of Victorian, suffice to praise the beauty you see. Tell what tales in Terran will move the passions. We remember so we might provide the light, the living, the dignity of life, and the dead the promise of reunion. No, not reunion. Throughout the cold night, we shall retain a warm flame. And I, Love Shiny Dublin, the last descendant of Terran Dracos, I shall light this fire symbolizing new life. May it guide the way for you all, whether living or departed. Enclosed you will find the templates for the Nomadic City immigration forms. Oh, there's so many operators at Rhodes Island who want to kill each other. And we keep inviting more that are like, are war criminals. Everyone's like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Look, we don't discriminate. Unless you guys are like a guy, in which case you're never going to get leveled up, and we absolutely discriminate. Signed, the Kingdom of Terra. Okay, here's the thing, Ren. I'm gonna be... Okay, I need to be very careful about what I say, because some of it's spoilers. And, like, I don't mean spoilers because you're not there. I mean spoilers because it's CN only. Their squabbles are kind of light compared to the real issue at hand. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh no, they're not at the land ship at once. Usually they're deployed. But regardless, like, big picture wise, this entire side story means nothing. It's just like a hiccup. Yeah, we'll get there. We're almost there. You guys will see more when the new chapter releases, but yeah. Also, thank you for whoever subscribed. You need to know what's the big picture. We're the true problem. That's the big picture. Rhodes Island, everyone else being on Rhode Island is not the problem. The doctor being on Rhode Island is the problem. This is treason. The King of Terra has long been one of the titles of the Victorian Emperor. Nothing in the letter denies it. To avoid conflict, the Red Dragon has indefinitely delayed the coronation so many are looking forward to. But in reality, the decided claimant, the corrupt oligarchs, the blockading army, and the flames of dissent, all these issues have been put to rest. For the first time in centuries, they proudly tell a new legend of King Gael. In the short term, the unrest has indeed been contained within Wellington's domain. With time, however, it will become a greater threat to any insurrection. Terra must not be allowed to succeed from Victoria. As long as Wellington doesn't take his entire territory away from the Nomadic City, the other dukes and I will continue negotiating with him. Yes, ma'am. I'll draft some long-term plans regarding that. Yeah, we used all the resources to, like, hire people that have no business being there. Hire war criminals! Phew. That's finally over. Well done. Well done indeed. Thank you. So, what is it you wanted to say about Ablana before the ceremony? Oh no, I'm out of tea! That's okay, I'll make one after stream. We never found her body. If Shiama survived, I worry about that someday. Someday a completely different story will be told about the resurrection of the Red Dragon. What story? That it was no miracle, but an assassination of one dragon by another? Worse than that. I see. You're afraid that Blana will return and paint the whole thing as a conspiracy I orchestrated. Our position is not unassailable. Yeah. No? I mean, yes, that's kind of bad, not gonna lie. It all goes back to Priestess and the Doctor, and that's all I'm gonna say on that matter until the new chapter. I will be doing the new chapter and probably dying, because holy shit, my voice is gonna die during that. But yeah, no. We're the real problem. We both know that our body disappeared earlier that night, after you killed her the first time. When I dragged her to the street, it wasn't her body, but an empty coffin. I know. I also know that I was the one who used the last spark of fire she left in her spear to ignite the coffin. It was I who left the city and parlaying with Wellington, laying out plans in exchange for him delaying military action while they played out. It was I who walked into the fire, the people I returned to Oblana. I who quenched and replaced the fire of death with the fire of life, and I who walked out of the fire in the end. Well, I'm sorry to I think she's going to be in NPC hell for a long time. If she ever gets out of it. Yeah, exactly. Well, everything's going on. Utaga just wants more sweets. We've known all this since the day on the balcony of Nasarsi Citadel. Yaplana had left us a puzzle with no solution. The only way out was a miracle. A miracle we scripted and directed. If anything, its true miracle was the Wakeman returning to the city. If Yaplana hadn't awakened the exiled king, if Bridget hadn't delivered that message centuries overdue, if Morion hadn't persuaded them, with just the two of us, that miracle could have never occurred. So what is there to fear at this point? Yablana has cut off any path leading away from the throne. All I can do is devote the rest of my days to Terra, and patiently await my judgment in some unknownly future. Emos was dragging an empty coffin? Lefshine was planning to resurrect the dragon the moment she first killed you? You're lying! I know. That was Wellington. He had a conscience and lifted the blockade on his own. You just won't give up, will you? I mean, that's in real life too. There's wars everywhere. The Iron Duke? With a conscience? Hilarious. You promised him the only good that would come from your scheming. All I promised was that Gastrel was the thing that I could change the direction of Terra. So as long as Love Shiny was willing to return. The red dragon her breathes flames of death. The specter force with its dead soldiers. Dublin with its blood-stained hands. Everything was fated to sink into darkness while Terrans united under the banner of one and only red dragon. Of course, His Grace was unaware that everyone in SRC was meant to die for the plan, but I knew. A city doomed souls in exchange for Terra's lasting stability. Only good would come of it, no? A shame that the Duke isn't fond of Love Shiny. Things have gone even more smoothly otherwise. Sophistry, you lied to Wellington. Your plan was anything but harmless, and the people of Nasarsi did live. To everyone's surprise. In exchange for their lives, Love Shiny reached the specter of power that she detested so much. She chose to write a saga, a novel, a miracle that should have been beneath her noble dignity. It was something only she could do. Something that would have been possible even a few years ago. Would you have placed the miracle on the scales from the start? What if Love Shiny had failed? Then you wouldn't be sitting here enjoying your drink. I'm sure you've heard the story of what the Iron Duke does to whatever he considers an obstacle. Every story begins with an inspiration. Memories rush into the writer's mind like seawater at high tide. He struggles to break free, only to find himself powerless against the oncoming tide. Red Dragon, you knew from the beginning. You almost destroyed Nasara Sea. You made a mockery of all of Terra. Now, I must object to that. I simply fulfilled a promise. Is being true to one's word no longer a virtue? Even you yourself admitted that this was a happy ending. No, never! This isn't how the story ends. This isn't how my story's supposed to go. The rider sees a sliver of white. He falls to his knees and crawls along the ground, trying to collect all the scattered sheets of paper that have flown loose. 1, 2, 3. He clutches them in his hands along with his pen. No. What would you like to write? Let me help you. No! The rider's shoulders tremble hysterically. Panic, he begins to back off, till his back hits a rickety wall to the tavern. Grabbing his pen like a spear, he begins to stab at paper. Muttering under his breath, he only managed to cover them with scattered ink blots. Soon, even his muttering noises lose coherence. The commotion causes a drunken barkeep to come out from behind the counter and grab him by the collar. What you blabbing about? Realizing they can no longer form words, the rider looks desperately towards the woman watching him in disinterest. He points at the woman's hand, then his own mouth. The meaning was clear. You've lost your words. Perhaps you hit your head from excitement, or had a minor stroke. Or perhaps it's because you saw something you believed in so firmly, for so long, shattered to pieces. The very thing that inspired you to join Dublin, caused you to stay at Victory Party, made you turn back to Nasara Sea halfway. But it's time to wake up. With a trembling hand, the writer tries to write on his palm, but leaves only crooked, disjointed lines. You wrote a story for Tara, a complete story, not a collection of fragments. It's a good one. I like it. And I like it even more now that it belongs to only me. Not you. Slangofo, singer. No. Writer. Slangofo, the last Dubliner. I look forward to the stories you tell me when death reunites us. God, she's so petty. I love her. With one last glance at the writer, the woman tosses a few coins on the table and walks out of the tavern. A memory comes back to the writer. It was the same look Ablana gave him that night, a year and a half ago, when he decided to delay his report after the leader's shadow had already departed, in hopes of staying in both sides' good graces. She's the red dragon! Ironically, even though she is purple. What should I call you then? Yes! I call you wife. Whatever you're thinking. I'm only in a cross here. Unless you two find a signed sheet of paper to hold no power whatsoever. Operate in a cross. If you find the title necessary, erudite. For my part, I'm more curious about your lack of reaction upon hearing the whole story. I've already heard the story. Ha! A lapse on my part, I see. First a private letter from Nasara Sea, then fragments through official channels. Love Shining's getting better at this. Then I presume she's told you all about me, which is why you were willing to sit down with me by yourself and hear out this patchwork tale of illusions and insinuations. She's unaware you're in a position to tell stories. That makes her courage all more admirable. And I mustn't neglect to give you credit to Love Shining where it's due. She's more than a qualified dance partner now. She's ready to take the lead. I do hope she enjoys herself. Sounds like you like your new toy. Please make me your new toy! Of course I do. The powers of the dead aren't necessarily greater than those of the living, but they are more lasting and harder to check. But you'll soon grow bored of them. Like everything else you've ever had. Followers, martyrs, dominion, status. But soon you'll have me, woman, and I'll do everything I can to entertain you. Life is short, but death is long, erudite. There are still so many interesting people in the mortal realm. That alone is a reason enough for me to await them in death. So you gave Reed your old toys? A cutting question, erudite, but I'll allow it. But not only because your accusations are astute, if prejudiced, but also because you are one of the most interesting people I mentioned. Guys, the autism Riz is working on her. Oh my god, it's working! What makes me interesting? Oh! I'm inseparable from death. It's only a natural order of things like me should be drawn to Rhode Island. I was drawn, so I came. Don't worry, I'll make you come plenty. This place is always covered in the scent of death. After all, especially around you, my dear erudite. Scum, welcome in! I don't understand. You will, someday. Please, please, explain it all to me naked in bed. When the tides erupt and the night of death descends, you'll be grateful for my presence. I'm already grateful, woman! So long as I don't mock your predicament. As for right now, I'm simply the shadow of Terra's leader. Just a cross, nothing more. We won! We won! Best ending! We did it! Holy shit! Good ending! And now I have my woman. Look at her! Look at her! Where is she?
Buenas, Doctor.
Stop talking to me. Look at her! Look at her! She's pointing down because she's commanding me on my knees. Oh, I won! Yeah, the vent was really good. Sorry, I got distracted. She's so strong. After days of tea drinking. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. My voice is getting a little shot, so we're not going to do the EX stages. That's okay. We finished the story, which is the main thing I wanted to do. DMC2. DMC2. Yes. Hopefully tomorrow we can do a DMC2. I think we should be able to. If all goes well, my health is still kind of so we'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to be able to. Is that you, old friend? It's him! It's him! We are going to play it. I will not remember how to play, but I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you everyone for joining me on this. Thank you everyone to stick around for all of them, and even those who just came in the middle of it. I really like the vent. Such pretty art. Oh my god. Look, man, everything after the chopper is an illusion because that hit me straight in the face. Are these Arknights stream regular? Yeah, we usually do new events. It's become the most regular thing, if I'm going to be honest. We will do, there's going to be many more Arknight streams. Until my voice is shot. That's the only thing limiting me. But yes, thank you everyone for joining me. And welcome into all the new people. Yeah, we'll end here for tonight. As always, don't forget to work out. Have a good sleep. Have a great morning. Hopefully, if all goes well, I see you guys tomorrow. And with that, I say bye-bye. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.